Welcome to Association Edge, brought to you by Kelly Dando Consulting. Here we share practical advice, smart strategies, and proven tips for leading boards, managing associations, and growing stronger organizations. Whether you're a board member, a volunteer, or an association professional, you'll find insights to help you lead with confidence and make an impact. This is your edge in association management. Let's get started.
Welcome to Team Talk Tuesday with Kelly Dando Consulting. And we have our team here, me, Kelly, Jamie, and Emily on our team. And today is going to be our last get together in 2025. We will see everyone in late January 2026. So we thought that today would be a fun day to talk about our wins for the year. So we had great success as a company this year. And so let's talk about the successes we had for clients and as individuals. So Emily, you want to get us started?
Yes. I had a great year with Kelly Dando Consulting. I've been here 3 years now. I'm a full-time employee. And one of the things that I really enjoyed this year was I got to go to my first regional conference. So several of our chapters came together for the regional conference, and I worked on that with Dawn. So I got to collaborate closely with other members from our team on that, and then work with new chapter members that I hadn't worked with before. So I really enjoyed that. And then seeing all the hard work come together in person is always really nice. Yeah, I did a little traveling for work for that. And then I am local to one of the chapters in Colorado, so I got to go to a couple of their events in person, which was really nice, just putting names to faces. So that was one of the exciting things for me.
I think whenever we get to go to a client in person, that always makes it so much more fun. I feel like everything we do is remote, and it's fun to get to go and see them in person and talk to everyone.
Yes.
I think it also adds the rapport that, I think a lot of us have great relationships with our clients, but getting to meet someone in person versus doing everything virtually is just so huge.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go on a Kelly Dando Consulting tour.
We should.
Coming to a town near you.
Yeah, I think that
A
sounds
national tour.
National.
amazing.
We can have t-shirts made with dates.
Yeah.
Sell them.
We are going to get to go to a lot of regional conferences next year. I know Dawn does the majority of them, but I think we'll be filling in at some of them. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
So-
stop by some chapter meetings.
Yeah. So that was nice. One of our chapters became the largest chapter of all of the chapters for the National Association. So that was fun to see happen. Their membership team worked really hard, reaching out and getting new members. And then that was another advantage with the regional conferences was members could join there. So I got to talk to non-members in person and encourage them to join. So yeah, those were kind of a couple wins from me.
That's
great.
awesome. Jamie?
Yeah, well, I'll start off with personal. So I came on board the Kelly Dando Consulting team full-time, which is really exciting because I had previously worked for Kelly many moons ago, but it was on a part-time basis. So thrilled to be able to come back and rally and to help grow this business and myself. So I've learned a lot. I can code a website. I can now edit podcasts. So
Yay.
look at us go. I think for the client side of it, something that I've noticed from being here and then taking 3 years off and coming back is that there really is a focus with the chapters on getting to know their members. And that's something that's really exciting to see. I will say I was here during peak COVID time, so everything was virtual. And I think we were all just trying to just make it work however we could. But now there
Sure.
really is the effort to get to know the folks who are coming together to be a part of their association. And that's really exciting to see. So however we can help them feel more connected and plugged into their chapter, I'm happy to help and brainstorm with them on how to do that.
You know, it's so interesting because I serve in a small group. This is stuff we do at church. And what's interesting, which I've never done before as a group, but each person gets a meeting to just tell about themselves. And it's so interesting because they said that when you get to share about yourself and have other people learn about you, you build relationships faster. And I thought about that and I thought,
That's
why have we never
interesting.
done that with clients? Like, why have we? I feel like our clients take decades to build relationships with each other, but it's
Mhm.
so interesting that and maybe this is hard for a lot of people just to go make yourself vulnerable and give your life story to people you don't know. But it's such an interesting concept to me to share your life story, get to know everyone immediately, and then you know what's going on in somebody's life and you get to know them faster. I feel like that's missing, particularly post COVID. It was really, I have not gone yet, so I will keep y'all posted as to how that looks and how that goes. But
But
it's
in theory, it sounds
in
great.
theory, because the
Yeah.
people who have already gone, I feel like I know them. And when I see them out or at meetings, I'm like, I'm very comfortable going up to them because I
Yeah.
think at the end of the day, Jamie, getting to know the member, right? This is what you're saying. People are comfortable when they go to
Mhm.
Oh,
meetings, they
yeah.
know other people
Oh,
and
yeah.
they participate more. So I
Finding
think,
stuff in common, I
yeah,
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I think, I'm working with a chapter right now that kind of, I don't want to say shuttered, but they were very quiet for the past couple years. So they're
um,
trying to get things back up and running, and it's a whole new batch of people, which is really great. They're really excited, but that was one of the things that one of the committee members said. They were like, if I had had someone who had reached out to me and wanted to get to know me, not, on a super deep level, but just to be able to put names with faces, I'd feel more comfortable going to those first meetings. So it's almost like
It's a good point.
maybe some sort of like ambassador program, right?
yeah.
Um, but I guess that's what we're doing with our membership committees, which is so important.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that mentoring is really, really important too. And it's not, we go to all these meetings and trainings and we hear, oh, well, it's this younger generation that doesn't like to socialize. But you know what? It's also people that are in older generations. Like you
Mhm,
might be new to the industry. You might not know a lot of people because,
mhm.
you've been in your office and your boss didn't never let you out. There are all kinds of circumstances. You're kept downstairs in the basement and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're let out. There are all kinds of circumstances where people might not feel comfortable just going to a meeting and introducing
Mhm.
themselves. And I think that for 2026, that should be a huge focus, right? Is making people feel comfortable and welcome in an association. Because the reality is, if you don't feel that way, you're not going to rejoin, you're not going to renew your membership. You're not going to join to begin with. You might join at the inception, but then you're not going to get anything out of it. The other
Right.
thing we've been focusing, I feel like this year, and tell me if you guys agree, is getting people to participate. I mean, we just did a
Mhm.
huge
Yeah.
survey for members that we got great feedback, which we never get good feedback, I feel like, on surveys. But this particular survey we did, and it's interesting to see what people are looking for by just
Mhm.
asking what they want to see.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's different than what our expectation was. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. One other thing that I've noticed, and it's been really exciting to see. So, as some of our listeners may know, as I just mentioned, I worked for Kelly from 2020 to 2022, and then you had about 50 chapters that you were managing, maybe not even 50, but coming back to where you had more and more associations that you were working with. It's like the Kelly Dando Consulting way is like the gold standard, right? So,
Jamie?
yeah.
I like to
Um,
think so.
yeah, but so like by association, if we have recommendations or, we want to try something, I think the chapters are a little more willing to go with it, to try stuff
Sure.
out. Because I think that they're also seeing, we've been doing something this way. I don't know, some of our chapters have been around 30, 40 years, and it's just time for a shakeup. We can't do things the same way that we used to do them. And I think people are really starting to figure that out.
Well, and that's a good win for this year. We've tested
Definitely.
lots of new platforms.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this before our call. Jamie is editing podcasts. Emily is doing QuickBooks now. I feel like everybody's stepping out of their comfort zone, which happens in a small business. But
Mhm.
I think that it brings so much to a chapter when an admin comes in and has all of this experience and you can wear all of these hats because that's what's challenging. It's really challenging to find someone that wears all the hats that they need, that can do the marketing, the social media. And I think that that's a pretty cool thing. We've tested lots of new technology that has been our jam. So I feel like that has been the theme of 2025 has been
Yeah.
testing all of these AI platforms to see how we can save time and money and streamline things and
Yeah.
just trying to find new experiences for members. It's challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing, I feel like and you're a strong leader in that, Kelly, is testing out new
Mhm.
platforms, trying different things, keeping up with the technology, and I know that's really important to you, but that's, what makes business move faster and how you stay efficient and how to keep the team staying efficient as well.
Mhm.
So,
Well, and
yeah,
it's
credit
silly
to Kelly
stuff.
for doing that. Yeah.
Like last week, what were we? We were trying to make our team members look like elves with AI. I mean, it's not all for a client. We're not billing, but I feel like if I can make our team look cute, looking like elves, I can probably use it for a flyer once we figure that out. So
Yeah.
I was a really cute elf, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about getting ear points just permanently.
testing out platforms like that, I think it's fun. And we don't just do it for clients, right? We're doing it
Yeah.
internally. I think it's a fun thing. I mean, what else do you all think went well for 2025?
I'm trying to even think back to the
I know.
spring.
I'm like, I can't think back to more than, like, November.
This
Yeah.
has been forever long. I mean, we've
That's true.
added a lot of clients.
Mhm.
We've grown a lot as a company, which is so interesting because when
Yeah.
Jamie worked for me forever ago, I just did not, growing was not my jam. I was like, oh, I'm happy with where we are. We'll just have fun doing what we're doing. But I think the fun is in getting to help all of these people and getting to grow and bring in. I mean, we've brought in a lot of new clients, and it's so interesting having most of our clients have been in the construction world, and now having clients outside the construction world, I think is really fun. I'm learning new
Yeah.
those clients. So
Well, I think
I
something
agree.
to be said about that is, like, you've built a really strong team, and I think with that team, the team is able to have more fun with the clients too. I'm not saying that work has to be fun all the time, but it is fun when work can be fun some of the time. And some of these people that we're working with, they like to have fun, and it makes the day go by faster, right?
does. We work
Agree.
with a lot of strong personalities, and I love
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
yeah.
me too.
I think that's my favorite part of this job is getting to know all of these board members personally, and they're all so funny, and they all have different quirks and personalities, and I think that that's awesome. And even working with the national associations has been,
Mhm,
I've learned a lot from that as well, how they operate, what technology they're using, how they go about enforcing their mission. That's
mhm.
always interesting to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think seeing people grow in their roles on the board, like for me over the past few
Mhm,
years, and then there were several people who started, as a board member. Now they've moved up to the officer or
mhm.
leadership positions this year, and that's been fun to see them grow in their
Yeah.
roles too.
And we've
I
gotten
think
some good shout outs. Emily, let's talk about the shout out from one of our clients the other day.
Yes, shout
Clients
outs
are
are
saying how
always
much they love,
appreciated.
and
Emily's a
that's
boss.
it is. So are you, Jamie. I mean, the feedback has
Yeah.
been today we were on a call and somebody thanked Dawn. And that is literally why
Yes.
I do this. And the fact that we have a team that clients love and can depend on, that is truly why I started this.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
not to
awesome.
toot our own horn, but toot toot, we're doing a great job.
We are.
It's
I
been a
think
really
20,
good year.
yeah,
Yeah,
20
Yeah,
good year. I think 2026 will be even better.
I think so
me
too. And
too.
to bring it back to the clients real quick too, since it is the holiday season and the season of giving and feeling good about what you're doing. This is something that I've noticed this year too. There's been a lot more effort for these clients that we have to give back to their community during the
Mhm.
holiday season. And I just think that's so huge because they're really being introspective and looking into their own communities and plugging in ways that make sense to them. And I think, if you have a cause that you feel passionate about, then it's just going to do good things for you, for your community, and for the people that you're either raising funds for or, doing can drives or anything like that. So that's been really fun to see. It's been fun to help the chapters out with that.
Yeah, that's
I
and
agree.
scholarship programs. I think almost all of our scholarship programs have grown. Our
Hmm.
regional conferences have grown. I mean, our conference attendees, that's at an all-time high. I think people are really happy with that. I mean, in general, everything is on the incline, which is a
Yeah, we
good
love
thing.
that.
It is. Well, thank you for everybody who has joined us for this lovely podcast of Team Talk Tuesdays in 2025. We cannot wait to see what 2026 holds, and we hope to bring all kinds of valuable information to board members and maybe even other associations that don't have full time admins but need help. So, thank you all so much, and we hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. And
Oh,
Pickle
Pickles
says Merry
says,
Christmas and
pickles.
Happy Holidays.
yep, Pickles says happy holidays. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.